Zarathustra contemplated the tree beside which they stood and spoke thus. This tree stands lonely, here, in the mountains. It grew high above man and beast, and if it wanted to speak, it would probably have nobody who could understand it. So high has it grown. Now it waits and waits. For what is it waiting? It dwells too near the seat of the clouds. Surely it waits for the first lightning. So if you're up that high and no one can hear you, you're out of their concern area. You're waiting for a strike from the gods, as it were. When Zarathustra had said this, the youth cried with violent gestures, "Yes, Zarathustra, you are speaking the truth. I longed to go under when I aspired to the height. And you are the lightning for which I waited. Behold, what am I now that you have appeared among us? It is the envy of you that has destroyed me." Thus spoke the youth, and he wept bitterly. But Zarathustra put his arm around him and led him away. And when they had walked together for a while, Zarathustra began to speak thus, "It tears my heart. Better than your words tell it. Your eyes tell me of all your dangers. You are not yet free. You still search for freedom. You are worn from your search and over-awake. You're super awake. You aspire to the free heights. Your soul thirsts for the stars," he tells this youngster. "But your wicked instincts too thirst for freedom. Your wild dogs want freedom. They bark with joy in their cellar when your spirit plans to open all prisons. To me, you are still a prisoner who is plotting his freedom. Alas, in such prisoners the soul becomes clever, but also deceitful and bad. And even the liberated spirit must still purify himself. Liberation itself isn't a purification. Liberation allows purification. Much prison and mustiness still remains in him. His eyes must still become pure. Indeed, I know your danger, but by my love and hope I beseech you, do not throw away your love and hope. You still feel noble, and the others too feel your nobility, though they bear you a grudge and send you evil glances. They know that you're noble. That is why they bear grudges and send evil glances your way. Know that the nobleman stands in everybody's way. The nobleman stands in the way of the good, too, because he's competition. And even if they call him one of the good, they thus want to do away with him. The nobleman wants to create something new, and a new virtue. The good want the old, and that the old be preserved. But this is not the danger of the noble man, that he might become one of the good, but a churl, C-H-U-R-L, a mocker, a destroyer. Alas, I knew noblemen who lost their highest hope. Then they slandered all high hopes. Bitter people, right? Then they lived impudently in brief pleasures and barely cast their goals beyond the day. People with a broken spirit are short-term, short-sighted. People with a spirit of levity see things longer-term. Spirit also is lust, so they said. Then the wings of their spirit broke, and now their spirit crawls about and soils what it gnaws. Once they thought of becoming heroes, now they are voluptuaries. The hero is for them an offense and a fright. A lot of people have that reaction to a hero, offense and fright, because it requires responsibility. But by my love and hope I beseech you, do not throw away the hero in your soul. Hold holy your highest hope. Thus spoke Zarathustra. On the preachers of death. There are preachers of death, and the earth is full of those to whom one must preach renunciation of life. The earth is full of the superfluous. Life is spoiled by the all too many. May they be lured from this life with the eternal life. Let's get rid of the rabble and the ones we don't need. Let them go to heaven. Yellow the preachers of death wear, or black, but I want to show them to you in still other colors. They usually wear yellow or black, the preachers of death. If you have anything, please. There are the terrible ones who carry around within themselves the beast of prey, and have no choice but lust or self-laceration. And even their lust is self-laceration. They have not even become human beings yet, these terrible ones. Let them preach renunciation of life and pass away themselves. All right? Let them not be hypocrites. Go on. You don't like life? Get the hell out. There are those with consumption of the soul. Hardly are they born when they begin to die and to long for doctrines of wariness and renunciation. They would like to be dead, and we should welcome their wish. Let us beware of waking the dead and disturbing these living coffins. So beware of stirring them even as they live. They encounter a sick man, or an old man, or a corpse, and immediately they say, "Life is refuted." Right? You've seen that, right? There can be nothing good in life. I know there can't be. I went through college. It sucked. You've met people like that. You can't have any effect on the world. Everything's stupid and the world's stupid, and what are you going to do about it? Any number of futilities, any number of bad situations, any number of problems, any number of catastrophes does not refute life. Life is great, he says. They see a corpse or a sick man or an old man and they say, life is refuted. Nothing's worth anything. Look, you get old and die and that's it. That's no refutation of life, sir. But only they themselves are refuted. Ha-ha! And their eyes, which see only this one face of existence, right? They're blind. They're stuck in their one dimension. Shrouded in thick melancholy and eager for the little accidents that bring death. Thus they wait with clenched teeth, or they reach for sweets while mocking their own childishness. They clutch the straw of their life and mock that they still clutch a straw. Their wisdom says, "A fool who stays alive, but such fools are we." Or is a veil of tears. Life's a veil of tears, right? A fool who stays alive, but such fools are we, and this is surely the most foolish thing about life. Staying alive, especially if there's something beyond it. Especially if there's something beyond it. Life is only suffering, others say, and do not lie. Is that Zarathustra and Nietzche says, they're not lying. That is what life is. See to it then that you cease, you who say that. See to it then that the life which is only suffering ceases. So, you say life is suffering, do something about it, sir. Don't keep whining, don't commit suicide, do something, bring the overman. And let this be the doctrine of your virtue. Thou shalt kill thyself, thou shalt steal away. Thou shalt kill thyself. Thou shalt kill thyself. Lust is sin, says one group that preaches death. Let us step aside and beget no children, they say. This death-preaching group. Another group says, giving birth is troublesome. Why go on giving birth? One bears only unfortune. And they too, says Nietzsche or Zarathustra, they too are preachers of death. Both of them. There's a third group. Pity is needed. Take from me what I have. Take from me what I am. Life will bind me with that much less. The world's terrible. Just reduce my wants, reduce my worldliness as much as I can. Don't live in a house with a mattress. Live in a shack with a bamboo rug, a mat, or whatever. Can they make bamboo rugs? I'm sure they can. Now, back in my freshman year of college, I had an economics professor who called himself a minimalist. And he believed in this idea of minimalism, sleeping on a bamboo rug or whatever instead of a mattress. And he said, I had